You got to get on your Zoom. Every morning you got to get on your Zoom at 10. You got to get on your Zoom. Every morning you got to get on your Zoom at 10.
I thought this was funny, man. I saw this a while ago, man. And I wanted to actually break that thing down because I do feel like this is going to be a new wave of people moving like this. Because I'm going to just be honest. I've never heard a Christian use this verse. Ever. In church, I never heard this verse. But when I started learning the scriptures for myself, being taught by the prophets, you know what I'm saying? This verse come out a lot. And they get on the brothers heavy about this thing because you can't be around us if you're not going to take care of your family, bro. That's period, point blank. But I do think a lot of women will start using or trying to use the Bible to fund their lifestyle. And we ain't doing that. Let's read what she said. She said, me explaining to my future husband that he got to provide the best life for me because the Bible says a man who doesn't provide for his family is worse than an unbeliever. Now, obviously, I know she playing, but she not at the same time. I know she playing, but she not at the same time. And let's be real. That's the main thing that women really looking for out here in these streets, man. They looking for somebody to finance their lifestyle. They're not looking for husbands. They're not looking for companionship. They looking for some dude that'll finance their lifestyle and from time to time, when she need it, blow her back out. It is what it is. We're not going to say and act like that's not what's going on out here. Listen, when you know the scriptures, you understand that this gender war thing is not finna get no better. So with the videos, when you see all these different people making the podcast and all these different sit down, trying to correct type of situations, you just literally trying to save the one or two people that might listen and try, like, okay, let me fix that because it's not going to get no better. The Bible say what it say. It's already shaping up. I tell my wife this all the time. It's frustrating, but at the same time, it's like a bittersweet, like the Bible say in Revelation. It's bittersweet. It's sweet in your mouth when you learn it. It's like, damn, this is fire. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never heard this before. The Bible, a true book. But it's bitter when you having to live through it. Like, damn, this stuff really happening. Because you get into these bags, like, you read some of the stuff that the Bible say, you be like, people can't be that dumb. People are not going to move like this. Then you start seeing it in real life. You're like, people really moving like this. These prophecies are really lining up. And that's the hard part. We're living through prophecies lining up. This ain't we looking at something that happened in the past. We're living through these things. And the gender war ain't going nowhere, man. But I want to read the verse that she put on the page on the video. This is 1 Timothy chapter 5 and verse 8. But if any provide not for his own, and especially for those of his own house, he hath denied the faith and is worse than an infidel. An infidel is an unbeliever. So the verse he said is true. If a man don't provide for his household and for his nation, you'd denied the faith. You ain't a part of the biblical teachings if you not provide for your household. That's why I'll never understand dudes that be knee deep in having 4, 5, 6 baby mamas, ain't taking care of none of them. Then they be like, well, I want to give honor to God. Who? What God you talking about? The God of the Bible? Oh, he wants you dead. Oh, he wants you up out of here. It is what it is. Let's read it again. This is 1 Timothy chapter 5 and verse 8. But if any provide not for his own, and especially for those of his own house, he hath denied the faith and is worse than an infidel. He said, you worse than a non-believer if you don't take care of your family. But that's the question, right? What is a man responsible for when he get a wife and kids? Because providing for your lifestyle, giving you princess treatment and all that other stuff, that's not a biblical responsibility. Let's go in this Bible, man. It's not a biblical responsibility. It's not. Now I'm finna get a verse where it was talking about some evil, but it give you a little peek into what a man is supposed to provide for his wife. This is Exodus chapter 21 and verse 10. If he take him another wife, her food, her raiment, and her duty of marriage shall he not diminish. So when you read up above, they was dealing deceitfully with a woman, and he called himself finna get him another woman. You see niggas do this all the time. You got multiple baby mothers. You got your one baby mama. Everything was fine and dandy with her. Y'all had y'all issues. You find another woman. You call yourself in and start taking care of that other woman better than you take care of your first baby mom. That's the scenario. God telling you in that scenario, all the things that you was doing for her, making sure she eat, making sure she got a place to stay, making sure she got some clothes, that's still your responsibility. The basics. That's a man's responsibility. Food, clothing, place to stay, duty of marriage. It is what it is. Let's get some more. Because in that, we talking about the basics. We're not talking about sustaining a luxury lifestyle. That's not what the Bible is talking about. Now, if you got the means to provide a luxury lifestyle, by all means, the Bible tell you to do good to yourself. Right? The Bible tell you to do that. If it be all possible, do good to yourself. Just make sure the Most High get his, right? But let's read. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 29, verse 21. The chief thing for life is water and bread and clothing and an house to cover shame. Better is the life of a poor man in a mean cottage than delicate fare in another man's house. Be it little or much, hold thee contented that thou hear not the reproach of thy house. Because a lot of us have issues with trying to, as they say, keep up with the Joneses, right? We want to portray a particular lifestyle that we really don't have the means of keeping up with. It is what it is. But the Bible telling you what the basics, what your core values really should be. Let's read it again. The chief thing, verse 21, the chief thing for life is water and bread and clothing and a house to cover shame. Those are the main things a husband is supposed to provide for his wife. Water, bread, clothing, and a place to stay. Those are your needs. When they talk about providing, this is what it's talking about. But in a lot of, let's just be real. The mindset of a lot of our younger individuals in the black community is this mindset of abundance, right? And not necessarily abundance as in you getting this money to provide for the nation and provide opportunities. It's really just a stunt. Let's be real. You trying to get to the bag and live a luxury lifestyle to stunt, to make it look like you're not poor. Let's be real. That's what it's really about. But it is what it is. Let's get some more. Because we're going to use the Bible. And I know, you know what I'm saying? People might look at me like, oh, I'm the angry Bible dude. You know what I'm saying? But if you're going to go in the Bible, you finna go in the Bible. I don't like when people try to pick and choose what they use in the Bible. We ain't doing that. This is Philippians chapter 4 and verse 13. I hear this all the time. I've been hearing this since I was a kid in church. And to this day, I ain't never heard a Christian break it down properly. Let's read it. This is Philippians chapter 4 and verse 13. I can do all things through Christ, which strengthens me. Right? I can do all things. I hear that. I've been hearing that since I was a little bitty boy. I can do all things through Christ, which strengthens me. Right? Let's jump and get the full context of what this man is talking about. This is Philippians chapter 4 and verse 11. Not that I speak in respect of want, for I have learned in whatsoever state I am, therewith to be content. Think about it now. He not telling y'all to be okay with poverty, right? He not telling you that you have to be poor, because a lot of people do think that when you in a state of being awake, right, as they say, woke, People think that just because you got money that you're an evil person, and that's not the case. But let's read on. Verse 12. I know both how to be abased, and I know how to abound. Everywhere and in all things I am instructed both to be full and to be hungry, both to abound and to suffer need. See, we never got all these verses when I was going to church. But when you start picking up the Bible for yourself and reading, and you got the prophets teaching you and instructing you in righteousness and actually showing you how to read the Bible, you start catching what this man actually talking about. He's showing you that it's going to be ups and downs. Whether you in a good state or a bad state, you still supposed to be content with what you got. And guess what? Most women ain't with that. Most women ain't with that. That same Bible that she was talking about tell you to do it like this as well. Verse 13, I can do all things through Christ, which strengthens me. They don't talk about that. So Christ give you the strength to suffer want, to suffer need, to suffer lack. Because in the Christian church, they push the narrative that Christ just want everybody to abound in riches. Hold up, but in the same Bible, it'll tell you that some people are held back from their sins because they don't have the resources. Some people are hindered from sin through want. A lot of people literally just do not have the money to do the evil that they want to do. So you need to be content in whatever you have. That princess treatment, you want to get to the bag and be, you know what I'm saying, ultra luxurious. Most of the time, it be all rooted in vanity. It is what it is. Let's get some more. Because I'm not finna sit here and act like it's not normal for somebody to want nice things, right? So I'm not gonna sit here and tell you that. But it's a way that you go about it, right? Watch this. This is 1 Corinthians chapter 7 and verse 32. But I would have you without carefulness. He that is unmarried careth for the things that belongeth to the Lord, how he may please the Lord. Because Christ told you the same thing. And when you jump up to 1 Corinthians from the top, verse 1 down, he tell you that it's good not to deal with a woman because you have that time and space to do what's necessary to try to get up out of America. It is what it is. You have more time into studying, have more time into teaching, and, you know what I'm saying, raising your people up. But watch this. Verse 33, but he that is married cared for the things that are of the world, how he may please his wife. Because I don't care how you slice it, bro. You're not going to sit here and tell me that you don't want to put a smile on your wife's face. A smile on your wife's face. You're not going to sit here and tell me that. If you any type of good dude, if you married, you want to see a smile on that lady's face, bro. It is what it is. So in most cases, if you treat him a particular way, and if you just deserve it. Most men, if they had the money for it, they'll do it. But don't try to push him to do something that he ain't got the means to do. Because most men are already in that thought process. They're here and they willing to please. But don't destroy yourself, bro. Trying to provide something that you ain't got the means to do. That's a worldly mindset. That's why he already telling you. As a husband, you already gonna have to have at least a pinky toe in the world because you're gonna care about pleasing your wife. It is what it is. So it's not a horrible mindset, or I'm not gonna say it's sin to try to please your wife or do nice things for your wife, but that shouldn't be your whole dynamic in the relationship of trying to provide. Or at the end of the day, you serving her. At the end of the day, you wasn't created for that. Read 1 Corinthians chapter 11. You was not created to serve women, man. It is what it is. It's okay for you to do nice things for your wife, but don't be destroying yourself over stupid stuff. It is what it is. All right. I'm finna kind of shift gears a little bit. Because I'm gonna just be honest with you. This type of mindset is one of the reasons why a lot of relationships in the black community is falling by the wayside. We just gonna be honest. Watch this. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 7 and verse 26. Hast thou a wife after thy mind? Forsake her not, but give not thyself over to a light woman. So A stupid woman would be in a mode where she's telling a man, you don't believe in God if you're not providing the best for me. You don't believe in God if you're not providing me with a soft life. You're not providing me with a luxury lifestyle. You're not maintaining the lifestyle that I want. She don't have your mindset. She's not after your mind, because if she was a wife after your mind, the things that you care about, the things that you striving for and trying to attain in your life, she will be about that too. It wouldn't just be about her. It will be about you. It is what it is. That's Bible. As a wife, you're supposed to be there to help. How I want to put this? What words do I want to use? Assist him in his dreams. You're supposed to be there to assist him in his goals. The things that he's trying to reach and attain in life, you're supposed to be there, put in a brick to help that man get there. If that ain't the mindset, you shouldn't be really looking for no husband. It is what it is. You shouldn't be looking for no husband. You really should be looking for these nuclears to drop, because you miss a food. It is what it is. You miss a food. It is what it is. Let's get this, because this was a beautiful verse, you know what I'm saying, when I first read it and listening to the brothers break it down. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 25 and verse 1. In three things I was beautified and stood up beautiful both before God and men: the unity of brethren, the love of neighbors, and a man and a wife that agree together. That's not normal in the black community. It's not normal for a man and a wife to agree together. Especially in the black community, it's usually the man got to agree with the woman. That's not how it's supposed to be. That's not how it's supposed to be. What the Bible say? You have a wife after your mind? She's supposed to be trying to agree with you. Barring that you are righteous and upright, man, you got a level of integrity and you like to do things the right way, she should always be looking to get on your program, because she know that you're going to be looking to do things the right way. But if that's not you, that's not your woman, it is what it is. But the Bible say, in three things I was beautified and stood up beautiful both before God and men: the unity of brethren, the love of neighbors, a man and a wife that agree together. So in the eyes of God, that's a beautiful thing. And to just people, when they see relationships like that, let's be real, we love to see it, but it's just so rare that it's almost weird when you see it. Let's keep it a stack. In the black community, that's what we see. Now pay attention to what he just said, right? He said, ain't nothing more beautiful than a man and a wife that agree together, right? Watch this. This is Amos chapter 3 and verse 3. Can two walk together except they be agreed? The divorce rates is sky high in America. Divorce rates are sky high in the black community. One of the main reasons why that is because men and women don't agree together. The gender war ain't going nowhere. The question is, are you going to do the things necessary to remove yourself from the gender war? That's the question. Because it's up to you. It's up to you to, you know what I'm saying, do things the right way and maneuver yourself to get out of the rat race. Because let's be real, it's about to get really nasty in America. So you might want to hide yourself from the evil that's coming. It is what it is. Let's read it again. Verse 3. Can two walk together except they be agreed? The answer is no. And that's why I try to get people to understand, when you read about marriage in the Bible, you can look back on how the Most High was dealing with the Israelites throughout. He already made the reference that the Israelites was like his wife. He stopped dealing with us when we stopped agreeing with him. We agreeing with him is us keeping the law, statutes, and commandments. When we don't want to do that, we want to go off and do what the Chinese, we want to go off and do what the Africans was doing, go off and do what the Arabs was doing. He said, okay, cool. Y'all go do that. But in the midst of that, I'm finna put a foot in y'all ass. So now you seeing slavery after slavery. You seeing famine after famine. You seeing all these different plagues happening to us. But we don't understand. We walking contrary to what we was created for. We walking contrary to the guidelines that man set in place. We see that all the time with husbands and their wives. You walking contrary to the contract. You walking contrary to what you're supposed to be doing in a relationship. You want me to do this when that's not my purpose. I wasn't set here to serve you. It is what it is, man. But y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments, man. I'm out.